Okay, here we are at Awesome Day Belgrade, speaking with Miljenko from GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a giant hosting company. So, what is this giant company doing in Belgrade? Can you tell us about yourself, and can you tell us about your company and what you do in AWS?
Yeah, so I'm Senior Software Development Manager here in Serbia in GoDaddy. And GoDaddy is present in Serbia for 3 years now, since the acquisition of one smaller company and one product that was named Managed WP.
Yeah.
Here in Belgrade, we are actually developing a lot of service for hosting environment, tools that can be integrated with different product layers, surface to other products, or surface directly to our users.
So you're not doing only managed WordPress stuff that that the company did before. It's now expanding in different products.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So, for example, we are developing one tool that is security scanned for your WordPress sites, for example, and that can be surfaced on multiple levels and multiple fronts. Performance scan, for example. A lot of automation for our service team, because here in Belgrade we do also have a service team that is doing a small adaptation to your sites, like adding a contact form, moving your logo, or a simple integration. And they do also get questions like why my site is so slow. So we are building tools for them, and that same tools can be used on some product layer, like bundled with managed WordPress hosting, or can be used to test your deployments in the production. So we are developing tools in that space, and we are using AWS since 2013 year. The whole infrastructure of our team is on AWS, and also GoDaddy is moving their infrastructure globally to AWS, and we have now more than 80 products actually running in AWS.
So if you deploy a new website in GoDaddy, would it's actually running in AWS, or how does it work?
Depending on the product, so share products like cPanel, that's not running on AWS, but there are products that are running, for example, some kind of email marketing, managed WordPress. Really depends, because GoDaddy is mostly known for as domain registry and hosting company, but we have around 150 products actually for different SMBs in different audience.
Okay. So I like this thing that company is buying a company from Serbia, not just for that product, but expanding the team and using that knowledge to do some new stuff. So that's the way to go. Just acquiring the product and that's it. So here in Serbia, you have how many developers do you have here in Serbia? The whole team is just how
Yeah.
big?
So we started with 30 people on acquisition. Today we are 100 people actually.
Cool.
Yeah. Around 20 people are actually engineers. We have marketing also here, we have products, we have support agents here, and we are actually actively expanding all of these teams.
Yeah, people usually think that IT is just engineers, but there's a lot of people that do a lot of stuff around, so that the whole product has to move and improve. That's a
correct.
big thing for the whole market, not just the IT guys. So okay, this presentation that you had today, can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so usually people know that I'm doing some kind of AWS stuff because I was attending meetups or similar community events, and usually they approach me and ask me a question, okay, how much does it cost to run my whatever application cloud without actually giving any kind of more information about the application, about their objectives, about their goal. And they are a little bit afraid of that. So there are a lot of companies actually in Serbia that are running like serious application on co-location service like Hetzner, Severloft, or similar. And that's are usually a couple of servers at the most. So when there is failure, they don't have any easy way to restore and do any kind of high availability. So I wanted to approach with my presentation today that it's really easy to start with cloud. You can start with light sales for some small amounts. Yeah, and I took WordPress as an example because that's the application that you have application layer, you have CDN, load balancing, have database, so something that's
Now you have some managed WordPress for light sale. Am I right?
so
In
we,
AWS.
so we are not having like that. I made just example of that, so
Okay.
people can see how that can be done, and that you can start for really low monthly invoice there. But if you need to scale a lot, if you have a global product, you can really easy do that and move from light sales, which is like managed environments for smaller applications. You can move to full service of AWS. And I have also covered cost optimization, so that people know that actually running in cloud is not that much expensive, and there are some things that they need to pay attention when they are migrating to the cloud. And AWS offer a lot of services, and sometimes it's really hard to start to explore the cost of that. Sometimes you need
That's a totally new skill now developed, and we have a lot of cloud economists talking about that. So it's Amazon bill is something that needs to be improved, obviously, because everyone is talking how complicated that is. But also, some people say that AWS bill is the only place where you can actually see all the resources that you're using. So it's nice. It's on the other side.
Yeah, well, it depends on your metrics, what you are developing, and if you're reading correctly the pricing page of the products that you are building. There is AWS calculator that you can use actually to estimate your cost, but you need to know behavior of your application, because cloud paradigm is there's different cost model there. It's not like put it on the server and you are paying just for the server. With cloud, you are paying for request rates, IO rates, or similar things. So you need to be aware of that. For traffic going between different services with different rates, different regions if you're serving actually global customers. So you need to be aware of that and do some kind of preparation in front of that. And
Can we expect that sometime in the future that if the GoDaddy will charge you per click or per because it's just if you embrace the serverless model, that's kind of the way you spend money on users clicking, you know. So is that something that we can probably expect one day?
I'm not sure. Right now, we don't have that kind of the plans, but we utilize AWS technology to also optimize our cost when running infrastructure, because when you have global customers, usually there are different traffic patterns there. So cloud is really great for that, for cost optimization, and especially with serverless technologies, that's really easy to start building product there and pay only for a fraction that you are actually using. EC2 are like probably the most expensive way, and are like something that people are probably more familiar with that, because they are basically virtual servers.
Yeah.
And that's like the easiest way to start, but that's not the most cost efficient way to start.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview.
Yeah.
I hope we'll have more time again in the future.